animator, and in this video, I want to create an egg cooking animation. Just so people will say that this animator can cook.
Yeah, boy.
And I just realized that during the process, I actually just googled what eggs look like. How big is an egg? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna compare the size. Egg and hands. Okay, so an egg is almost the size of the palm. I think that's about right. So some of you might be asking if animation is hard. No. Yes. But before I cook, I got to say huge thanks to Huion for sending me their new Huion Kamvas 16 Gen 3. It said here you can make progress and make a pro with this tablet in their website. And because of that, guys, I guess I'm now officially a professional animator just by having this tablet because I'm making a cooking animation. So does that make me a professional cook? So why did I want to animate eggs though? It's because eggs are very easy to draw. Well, guess we are starting from scratch. Eggs. Those are eggs, alright. Oh, I actually like this one, I guess. We will go with the sunny side up egg cooking scene. So for the first scene, I might need to show an egg cracking scene. And in the second scene might be egg cooking scene, like a close-up shot of the egg. And I guess that's it. Here I create and set my canvas size to 2.5K resolution in order for me to use the HUION Kamvas 16 Gen 3's display, which has a 2.5K resolution. So that's why this is actually a huge upgrade for me, as this display is incredibly sharp and very clear. First step of the process of my animation. So Clip Studio has this handy dandy auto action feature where I created these actions by myself, of course, for me to easily set up my layers with just a click of a button. Animation rough is for my rough sketches, and animation cleanup is for line art and tracing and coloring. It's now time to draw a rough sketch of the background. So now let's go shopping and find the right tools for my references on what you use to cook an egg. And frying pans. And damn, this one is expensive. I'll be broke if I bought this in real life. Here it says about 2,000 in pesos currency, which is approximately $40. Guess we will be using this as reference. So to draw a pan, we all got to first draw a circle. That is not a circle. For some reason, I took my time drawing the rough circle until I just decided to use the ellipse tool. So while I finish drawing the pan, I will talk about the Huion's drawing pen, the PW600L, or I would like to call this Pillow, as this contains their latest Tech 4.0 by Huion, which at first feels a bit off for me as it is very sensitive, that it only requires 2 grams of activation, but I got the hang of it after adjusting the settings and the drivers. It took me multiple times to get the right feeling, and I can say this, that the pen's fine-tuned pressure curve really helped make my pen more flexible to draw and also very accurate. It also has a tilt function and has 3 side button keys, which is very useful for shortcuts, but I mostly just prefer to use the keyboard. Now the frying pan sketch is finished. It's time to draw the stove, and for some reason I went with this futuristic looking abomination of a stove because, what do you know, it's easy to draw. The more I draw this stove, the more I questioned its existence. Like, what's this weird symbols for? And why is there a finger sign? Is this to finger the pan? Ta-da! We just finished the background for the first scene, of course, the rough sketch. What else do I need for the egg cracking scene? Hands. I hate drawing hands. How does one crack an egg using their hands? Oh, so you just tap and crack the egg on the side of the pan? That's right, I don't know how to crack an egg. So I use a 3D model and animate the 3D model first as reference for hand movement. It's actually even more harder to puppet the 3D models in Clip Studio Paint rather than just by drawing them by imagination. And there we go. I actually like this one. You know, I always feel the shame before to let people know that I use 3D references in order for me to animate, but I won't let myself, for the sake of pride, stop me though from doing what's convenient for me, and 3D helps me understand and learn spatial reasoning and perspective. Big words. Sometimes I think that maybe this is the reason why I can actually drive a car easily and is also good at steering the wheel. Yes, I can drive well. Only had one accident though when I was about to drive my way to school and I actually hit the wall of our garage just by getting the car out. It's only once though. Now it's time to rotoscope or draw the rough sketch over them. In animation, it's best to start planning and drawing the keyframes first, and then in the in-betweens will just follow. If you want a more smoother animation, it's simple. Just add more in-betweens, then add another in-betweens inside the in-between, and in that in-between, you will add another in-between, and done. So here's my rough animation of an egg cracking. It's pretty smooth and satisfying, and I love the vibe already. So there we go. I just learned how to crack an egg, guys. Yay me. At this point, only the rough is finished, so it's time to clean up and trace the rough for easy coloring. To start tracing, I just set the rough and changed the color to blue and making it fade a bit, then I started tracing. I just used the curve tool, which is very satisfying to trace, especially also when using the Huion P pen, as the grips on the side are soft and comfy for me to hold. Really helps me control the pen and trace my animations more comfortably. This is what the cleanup animation now looks like. Now it's more clean and looks more professional. From now on, I am a professional egg cracker. Now that we have a better picture and form of our first scene, let's now add some colors, of course. So now let's start coloring the pan and stove first, the backgrounds, and I actually want to make this look as realistic as possible. So I mostly just use Clip Studio brushes. Also, as an animator, I'm actually very sensitive when it comes to color, and I want also for it to be color accurate as much as possible. So now I'm really glad when I found out that HUION Kamvas 16 Gen 3 comes already factory color calibrated out of the box. They even provided this thing that I don't understand, but now I'm actually worry-free to use this drawing display when coloring my animations. Now that looks amazing actually, that I'm even surprised myself. It almost looks photorealistic. Did I really just paint this? Yes, I guess I did. For coloring the hands, it's actually as simple as using the paint bucket tool. And oh gosh, wow, this looks amazing already. By the way, great YouTube short video and tip for cooking sunny side up eggs. So I noticed that already the oil is added first, and the pan is already heated up before adding the egg. So first I added the oil on the pan. Oil is done. Next is for the oil sizzling bubble effect. So where here I see that the oil evaporates. So I started animating that bubbly effect on the oil. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. Now the oil was added and I also colored the egg as well. And here's basically what my animation looks like. Hold it right there. So this dumb me literally forgot the steps already in cooking the egg, because if you recall, the first step should be to add the oil first and also heat the pan and wait for some time until the pan gets hot. That this is the time that you will be adding the egg. So the problem here on my animation that I freaking edited already is that the pan should be heated already, which means in this scene, the oil must be sizzling. But here's the thing. Her left hand is already holding a freaking hot pan. I don't want to erase and redo this, as this is my fault anyways for my poor planning. Should I edit and fix this? I mean, it's such a hassle. No, this is wrong. If it's wrong, I must fix this. And I should be professional, and no professional should allow this cooking mistake. This drawing tablet Huion's motto is make progress and make a pro. Should make me a pro and I should be one. As an animator, I should cook. I don't know why I wrote this in my script, but it sounds cool. Well, so I did, and it's actually more easy to fix it than I thought. because apparently I don't have to draw anything at all, but with just editing. So what I did for her to be not holding the pan anymore is I just duplicated this layer frame and masked and separate the left hand from the right hand, and boom, this hand I can now freeze and move freely. So basically the hand will move in towards the frame, then transitioning to the point of it being animated on the next frame, and I must actually time this right, and bam! That looks so off and not good. I wonder what's the problem. So I did multiple tries and they all look so off and still unnatural. Okay, so I found the fix, and it's just the timing must be right. Here, after 2 cracks, as you can see, the right hand is waiting for the left hand to go in and reach for the egg, and there, now that movement looks much more natural. I'm so good at this. That's one problem fixed, and now her hands no longer is holding the heated pan. I can actually just come up with an excuse that she is powerful and has fire resistance, but nah. Next, for the oil in this egg cracking scene, I will remove the oil here. So in this close-up scene, I will first remove the egg here, and this will be the first scene showing the pan is heated and the oil starts bubbling. Second scene will be the cracking egg scene, then the third scene will be the close-up of the egg cooking slowly. And with that, everything is in place. After all problems and the process I showed, I will now show you what I'm cooking. That's right, I'm how to basic all along. So if you love this video, thank you for watching, and also please hit the subscribe button and also like the video. Very huge thanks to Huion for sending the HUION Kamvas 16 Gen 3. Links is also in the description so you can check it out. So this is my animation process, and hope I made your day today. Sorry if the video is long, but goodbye.